Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kakadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders of Great Millstone, where I learned this truth from. Salutation and much love and much respect to you, Aki, and pushing this word out there with all truth and all sincerity. 1 Timothy 5:17. Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can. A lot of people I know, they get bored very easily, and anytime you just want to give them some information, all they ask you is, how long is it? How long is it? As if they don't have any time to sit down and relax and learn something. Could be the way the society deals with employment. We're burned out so much that we can't really sit down and smell the flowers, or that's how wicked this place is, right? You work so hard just to pay a bill, just to pay bills, and have no money and paycheck to paycheck, but you have time to watch a comedy. So, but I'm just trying to say that everybody's busy, everybody gets bored too easily, and that's just the way society is going. So I understand that everybody's time is very precious, and they don't have time to waste on something that will take them away from what they may enjoy. But knowledge is something that you should at least strive to figure out and learn. To to make you at least take you out of this dead world. Everybody like sheep, just being drawn to whatever the media and then the news, whatever they tell them to do, they'll do. Right into a ditch. A lot of people don't believe in a book because they believe whatever society and education and school tells them to believe. That's what they believe, and they don't even need proof from the teachers. They don't need proof. They just have a book. So people, there's the far left and the far right. Some say, okay, I don't believe any book, and some people believe every book. So that's how it goes. I heard a lesson from one of the elders. I'm not sure when it was, but they were talking about a saying from, I think it was a quote. It's right here on this page. A quote from his wife saying that my heart aches for America. I do have a verse here that says, Psalms 97:10, ye that love the Lord hate evil. Ye perceiveth the souls of his saints. He delivereth them out of the hand of the wicked. So, if you love the Lord, you should hate evil. And please, somebody tell me who actually believes that America is not evil. I think even even a little kid could say America's evil. Sin City. There's like a Sin City in every freaking continent now. America has Sin Cities. Everybody knows America is wicked. There's no way. Everybody says America is Babylon. So, not everybody, but people who, who else could be Babylon? So, okay, that's the first one. Let's say, okay, if God doesn't bring judgment upon America, he'll have to go back and apologize to Sodom and Gomorrah. That was a statement made by his wife. When she teared up and saying how bad America has become, when in reality America has never been good. Maybe to them, but America's never been good because they have no fear. They actually believe that they are gods. Just look at them old slave movies. That kind of mentality doesn't just disappear. Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So they actually, because God didn't judge them for all the evil deeds that they have done throughout history, they don't believe that there's a God. So why should they change now in their mind? That's what this verse actually is saying, prophesying, saying beforehand about them. Matthew 10:15. Verily I say unto you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. So therefore, any city, because everybody knows America, all their laws, all their history, all their monuments, everything. It's like a memorial to all the past kingdoms. Greece, Rome, Egypt, all their monuments, it's like they're praising those kingdoms. And even Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah over there. They're pushing that all over the planet. So this verse is saying that the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in that day of judgment will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. And Sodom and Gomorrah was demolished. So you can imagine what that means. Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. America literally means bitter. It's named after an Italian map maker, Amerigo Vespucci. I'll post a separate video on proving that it actually goes back to the word bitter. A lot of these African countries and everything, the conqueror named the lands, and who's the conqueror? The original inhabitants. A lot of the lands are not even close to what the original names were. So who did that, right? And who believes that their kingdom will never fall, their empire will never fall? They have movies that show 3030, the year 3030. So they actually believe they'll be around forever. Trust me. Habakkuk 2:3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, yet at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And then it's talking about to who? Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. So it's talking about particular people. His judgment, they actually believe he'll never have, the judgment will never come, but the division is set for an appointed time. It won't tarry. It will surely come. It won't tarry. And look at this one, Revelation 13:9. If a man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So therefore, the saints are waiting for this patiently. So nobody could say they're a saint if then this is not what they're patiently waiting for. And who led people into captivity? People like to say that, all over time, people has been leading people into captivity and killing with the sword. That could possibly be true, but not to the full extent of slavery, especially. That was 400 years of torture. There's nobody who could say 400 years they could be sorry for. That's generations and generations of torture. For you to be sorry for that's in one generation. That's, I don't know. It's impossible. Not to me. That's a judgment. This just says that there's a judgment. If you did it, you're going to get it back. Simple as that. Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? This is a prophecy. Babylon. Everybody knows who's Babylon. This is Babylon. This is doing what is it? This is Babylon to a hammer. Just comparing Babylon to a hammer of the whole earth. Who could you say that is? If it's not America, then there's really something wrong with your thinking, because America is the hammer of the whole earth. If somebody steps out of place, he hammers it right back in to the spot. You know, the nations become how has the Babylon become a desolation among the nations? So that shows you the judgment, that there's going to be judgment to the hammer of the earth. Daniel 12 and 10, how shall many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. This is saying that, the wicked will never understand these scriptures, ever. No matter how much they try, 2,000 years of trying to learn these scriptures, and they haven't have a clue. They actually believe the devil is in contention with Yahweh the Most High power. But how could he be the Most High power? How could the Most High have contenders? That's possible. Then he wouldn't be the Most High power. Like, he's in control of everything. There's nobody who could be in contention with him. Unless he wanted them to be, right? So the wicked will never understand. John 14 and 16, and I will pray the Father that he give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive, because it seeth him not, neither knoweth him, but ye know him, for he dwelleth with you and shall be in you. So this one he sent a comforter. This word for world here is talking about the Israelites, because only the comforter was sent for the Israelites, and for his elect. Only the elect will understand. Only they will get the spirit of truth. Wicked will never get the spirit of truth, and it's only the Israelites who will get that. Romans 3 and 3, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of God without effect? God forbid. Yea, let God be true, but every man a liar. This one now, if you don't believe in this Bible, it doesn't matter if you don't believe, because everything written in it is going to happen. So a lot of these, these kingdoms, they don't believe. They'd speak badly about God and his scriptures, to saying that God should forgive Sodom and Gomorrah, like he did something, like he made a mistake. Don't worry, your judgment's gonna come, man. So don't worry about that. You don't have to believe. It's gonna happen. Isaiah 55:11, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing thereto I sent it. So don't worry, everything in this book written has to happen. God is perfect. Yahweh is perfect. Everything he did for a reason, everything he said for a reason is gonna happen. So there is no forgiveness. If the judgment is written, it's gonna happen. They have to happen. Or you're gonna say God is a liar. God is not a liar. He said everything he said out of his mouth will not come back void. So they have to happen. So if you're saying that these judgments won't happen again, you're a liar. Don't make God a liar, because he's perfect. Or Yahweh is not a liar. He's perfect. Psalms 83 and 1. The reason I'm going to read this one proves a point. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee shall have lifted up the head. That goes to show you that Yahweh God has enemies. People don't believe that. They say, yeah, God is love. That's all I hear all the time. But this, it's like they don't read Psalms. And everybody I know talks about Psalms. Even if they don't believe in the Old Testament, they say Psalms. They read Psalms all the time. And Psalms right here says God Yahweh has enemies. You know, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel shall be no more in remembrance. Got to think who that happened. Who did that happen to? You know, which people were cut off from being a nation? Which people don't even remember, or at least always say that they don't, they don't remember history. They don't have a history. Which people say that? For they have consulted together, and with one consent they are confederate against thee. So this shows you that there's many nations that have gotten together and agreed to be against this nation. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and of the Hagarenes. Ishmaelites, they believe in the Quran. They tell you in their Quran that God is for everybody. So if their Quran says God is for everybody, but in the actual Bible it says God has enemies and God gonna destroy people and he's naming out nations, how could it be the same God? It has to be a different God, right? Even though in the Quran it says that he has given them special favor to all the nations, over all the nations, so there's still preferential treatment in the Quran. So I'm not sure if everybody passes over that part, or if they're gonna say that it's translated wrong, which a lot of times people would say, "Oh, it's not written in English." And so he gives different nations that he talks about here, and he says, "Who said, let us take ourselves the houses of God in possession?" And then he said, "Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire." So he's actually saying that all these nations are gonna get burnt up. They're gonna be destroyed. So judgment is coming. So believe if you want and don't believe if you don't want. Right? Okay, let me read this one scripture here at the end. Because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation, for there shall be no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So this goes to show you that how could Yahweh, God, be with any nation on this planet right now when this plague is hitting the whole planet? This actually tells you if God, Yahweh is with you, no plague, no evil shall befall thee, neither shall any plague come near thy dwelling. So this goes to show you that Yahweh is not with this nation, nor with any nation on this planet. Judgment is coming. Believe it or not, he didn't forget what he did to his people. He's coming very soon. The plagues and the prophecies are happening, destroying the earth. He has to come very soon. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and to all the Akim teaching with truth and all sincerity. Shalom.